Well, we kick off this morning taking a look at the tragedy that had occurred in Gujarat in India. And this is a bridge that had collapsed in an area called Mobi. We joined by Zulkarnain Ibn Yusuf, a journalist based in India. Zulkarnain, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome.
Walaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
Yes, just this area in Gujarat, Mobi in India, where about exactly is this place?
This is Gujarat is an Indian state which is a coastal region, and most importantly, the Gujarat is the same state from where the Prime Minister of India comes from. And this exact location, the Morbi, is a tourist destination, tourist place in Gujarat where there was a suspension bridge, cable suspension bridge, which has a capacity of around 200 people, which can be at a time be on the bridge. But unfortunately, on Sunday, 135 people died because of the collapse, and the government and the police has arrested 9 people for the negligence. According to the police and officials, there were around 300 people on the bridge, which is supposed not to be there, and also the ticket price was increased from rupees 15 to 17. Incidentally, interestingly, the bridge was opened on 26th of the last month for the public again. The bridge, which was supposed to go for the renovation for the 2 times in 2017 for the first time and later, and again recently, the bridge, which was actually made of wooden, the 100-year-old bridge, who was wooden bridge and on the suspension cables. The cables were rusted, according to the police and the investigation agencies. And in the first, when it was repaired for the first time, there were 2 layers of aluminum coating. Slabs were put on the bridge, and later on now it was the third layer was added to it, which created the suspension tension. And the blame to the company, which was given the contract by the government, had no experience of manufacturing or repairing the bridges and all. They had supplied it to another subcontractor who, without checking the cables and all, opened the bridge, and there were no checks before there were no safety checks of other precautions. There were no lifeguards. There was no life support. There was no medical equipment. There were no ambulances on the location when this bridge was opened. Public in a huge gathering went there to celebrate the Diwali thing and post Diwali. So they went there, and tickets were given without any check. And the load of the bridge, which was already very high because of the aluminum slabs, it became the tension-free, and 300 people were on the bridge at the same time, which led to the collapse. So far, the investigation has revealed that 9 people have been arrested, but the company owners who had repaired the bridge are still at large.
Yes, Zulkarnain, we're going to put you on hold. We've got a video clip, and I know you're on audio at this point in time, but we have got a video clip that we'd like to play out for our viewers. So we're going to put you on hold. We're going to play out this video clip very quickly, and thereafter, we're going to continue with you. Yes, Zulkarnain, are you still there with us?
Yes.
Yes, we just played out the video clip actually, and we were just looking at this bridge that was collapsing, and clearly it's actually horrific. And this was the someone that had taken this clip from a CCTV camera, and clearly it shows that it is a suspension bridge. And just watching how the cables have actually basically come off, and people just dropping into the water. Now we know that this bridge was supposed to be one of the big attractions for people coming into Mobi. And it's not a very, very big town. Apparently, it's got a population of about just over 260,000 rand. And I'm sure that many people are in shock, and not only the locals, but also the people that have been visiting Mobi.
Yeah, exactly. Like you had seen in the visual also, in the clipping of how the suspension cables broke, went off, and the people are dropping in the pond, in the river. Also, there were no safety measures. You can see there are no dry swimming boards, there are no life jackets. The public which who are there, they are not wearing any life jackets. There were totally no safety measures taken in place before opening the bridge. Also, the safety checks of the tensile strength and other things of the bridge was not conducted. After the incident, everybody has expressed shock across the political lines, across the social and also across the religious lines. Everybody is condemning the incident. Everybody is want that the culprits should be booked and should be taken into everything should be taken into account. How this company, which had no experience of building bridges, was given the contract. This should be probed. And also, what the government is doing about the rehabilitation and the compensation to the victims, which are right now currently 135 and many several others are still injured in the hospital and are being treated. No doubt, CM of Gujarat, Bhupin, uh, has visited the people in the medical facilities and had assured everything, including compensation from the government side. But that's not enough. Such failures has happened earlier also, and this is continuing to happen. These negligence are not something which can be ignored or can be, okay, this is what happened for the first time, it can be a human error. But it's not a human error. There are a lot of things behind it. In fact, the main opposition party, Congress, has also slammed the BJP for these things. When this incident happened on the Sunday, the very next day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was busy for a public rally in Gujarat, the same place where about which the elections, assembly election might be announced today itself. So he was busy in the election rally. So the opposition parties have taken pot shot on the prime minister also, that despite being from the same state, he has no concern and he is busy in photo ops and election campaigning rather than visiting the victims. And still now, no doubt, Prime Minister Modi has expressed its condolence to the affected families, to the victims. It has not visited any of them so far.
Yes. Now, what do we know about this company that was given the contract, and also, as you mentioned, absolutely no experience whatsoever? And do we have a lot more information as to how they were given this contract?
In 2017, the company Aurelia, which is basically expertise in making watches, wall clocks, but they had no experience on that. And also, the owners of the company are commerce graduates and not any technical know-how. They are not engineers or nothing as like such. The company is also based on a small company in Gujarat which just manufactures wall clocks and wristwatches and nothing more than that. The company had during the bid for the repairment of this bridge, they had filed a lowest bid for that, but government, without checking their credentials and their work experience, they granted it, just seeing that they have given the lowest budget of all. And in fact, they did complete the project before the deadline. Deadline was in November, but they completed it before 26th of October, which was a good point. And the owner was present on 26th of October for the inauguration ceremony. But since then, he is away. He is not traceable. He is at large. And even police and other agencies are looking out it. Maybe by tonight, lookout notice will be issued against them.
Well, we will definitely follow up on this issue and see what actually develops from the investigation. But for now, Zulkarnain, we thank you. We do appreciate you taking time out, talking to us this morning, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Zulkarnain Ibn Yusuf joining us this morning out of Gujarat in India, Mobi, and this is where this suspension bridge, which was recently or newly renovated in this western Indian state of Gujarat, It collapsed on Sunday. 141 people died. And if you did see that footage that we played out earlier on, and it's just mind-boggling to see how a bridge like this, suspended by a number of cables actually, and all these cables just came off at the same time, and you just see people disappearing inside into the water, and as a result, the 141 people that had died, and a lot more that were rescued, and apparently we are led to believe that this is a smallish town, and it's got a population of around 268,000, and has become more like a ghostly place. And people have been gathering at this bridge, at crematoriums, at the graveyards, and at the end of the day, many people distraught, and some of them saying that we do not care who is responsible, we do not care how much money they've given us, but at the end of the day, it is justice, because these are people who have died, and these people cannot be brought back. The time is just gone 8:21. We're going to go for a break. And when we come back, chief economists at the Efficient Group, David wrote how to pay as little tax as possible in protest against government spending.